3 fucked up reasons why somebody with ADHD struggles with alcohol and alcohol addiction. Comment your experience down below. Number 1 is this: dopamine. Alcohol creates dopamine. Alcohol creates energy for us. With a lot of people, they will drink to unwind. People with ADHD can drink and amp themselves up very quick. In fact, alcohol can act differently than even stimulants can for us. When it comes to different substances like cocaine, when it comes to like crystal meth, alcohol in its own sense will actually give us energy and not necessarily the focus that some of these other massive stimulants do, but it creates that dopamine, it creates that focus, it creates what we feel is normal and how other people are normal. And this is a huge struggle when it comes to people with ADHD, because all of a sudden we cannot stop the impulsivity. We like this normal feeling, we like the dopamine, we like the focus, so now we want to drink more. If it makes sense to you, it makes sense to you. Number 2 is emotional regulation. A lot of times we don't know how to emotionally regulate ourselves. And so when it comes to that, we don't know how to handle stress. We don't know how to handle anger sometimes. We don't understand grief sometimes. With intense emotions, sometimes it's very hard for us to handle these, to actually work through them and process them. So an easy default is actually through alcohol and through numbing it. Alcohol, we feel, helps us emotionally process things more because it does slow us down. It slows down your central nervous system, so it does slow us down with ADHD to the point that maybe we can handle it a little bit better, we feel, but it is something that also removes it off of our plate. It disappears for us temporarily. It's like this temporary reprieve from what's going on, and unfortunately it is one of the most unhealthy coping mechanisms that there is. And then number 3 is we self-medicate with it. We self-medicate with alcohol because alcohol slows us down. It again emotionally regulates us. It gives us some focus, and the big thing is it takes away like rejection sensory disorder. It slows us down to where we can sometimes focus on things. I can use myself as an example. Like when I wanted to clean the house, I wasn't medicated at the time, so cleaning the house isn't an exciting task. But if I have a couple drinks, all of a sudden I'm a little bit more focused. I can do this, I'm having fun, but now I can't regulate and understand how to control drinking because I couldn't do it at all. And so now I'm drinking to the point of blacking out because I wouldn't stop. It is one of those things that we will use it as tools to help complete projects and tasks, but a lot of times because it's an unhealthy self-medication, we can't control it, so we're overdoing it, and a lot of times it just turns into an obsession all of a sudden. And again, being ADHD isn't an excuse for being an alcoholic by any means. Understanding the correlation between ADHD and alcoholism and alcohol addiction is important because it's something that you have to learn to respect, you have to handle differently. You can't go into it just assuming we're like everybody else, because unfortunately, no, we're not. In fact, we have some great gifts, such as very resilient, great problem solvers, but we also have our own struggles, and that's something I wish I would have known. I got diagnosed with ADHD at 17, and it is something that could have made a huge difference if people would have